Hi, it's Gina at Tarot and Time in Kent, Connecticut, and I am so excited and relieved to say that I am here to give you the tarot reading for January of 2021. It's finally here. What a year we've been through. So in numerology, 2020 was a 4 year, and 4 is often associated with a pause. And we had the biggest pause most of us probably ever experienced this year. And now we're moving into a 5 year, and 5 is associated with change. So I'm sure we are ready for change. I hope we can all envision positive change for the whole world and positive change here in our own personal lives. So, very excited. Let's get started here. I picked these crystals. I think they're just glass, but they're really pretty. And I put one on each pile. Just kind of reminded me of the star card in tarot, where it comes in after the tower. And the tower's when lightning strikes and things are removed from us, things that we may not have removed on our own. And it feels painful at the time. And sometimes in retrospect, we're grateful for the things that were taken. So I hope that in 2020 you had some realizations about the things that you think you need and what you really do need, and kind of shift your perspective. So I chose this just for the clarity, the clearness. The star card feels like a cleansing almost. And so here we are. We've gone through this cleansing time. We're moving into a time of change, a new year, and this void of color just makes me feel like there's just so much that we can bring into our lives this year. So I put one of these on each pile, and I have these chakra candles associated with each pile. Pile number 1, we have love, sacral chakra. Pile number 2 is healing, the heart chakra. And pile number 3 is success, the root chakra. And so go ahead and pick your pile and we'll get started. Get started here with pile number 1. Now I picked these cards randomly from a few different decks. I haven't looked at these, so the reading happens spontaneously as we go. So let's see what we have going on for pile number 1. Well, the first card is religion. This is from an oracle deck. This is the relative tarot. Came with a tarot deck and an oracle deck. And so we're starting off with religion. Let's see how that plays out as we go along. We're talking about a year of change. The Knight of Cups is coming up. It's looking good. It's associated with the water element. And we have the 6 of Boons, or 6 of Pentacles. Look at all those bunnies. Such comfort. Kind of reminds me of 2020, of just spending a lot of time in our homes, in our comfort zone, curled up, wearing PJs a lot, compared to the Knight of Cups here, who's like dressed up and ready to get on with it and get out there. And religion, feeling like that's almost like we've had a chance in 2020 to really connect with our higher power and question how we connect and what our belief systems are, because we've slowed down, and then all those things that we don't think about and that we avoid start to come to the surface. So let's keep going, because we are really talking about January 2021, not so much last year. Here's the 2 of Wands, and he is looking out, wanting to get out there, wanting to start traveling and going. And the 2, who do you want to be in relationship with? Who do you want to be out there with? Fire element, creative. I know I'm antsy to get moving and get out and see the world again. Such an opposite to the 6 of Pentacles, where she's kind of just at home in her PJs. We've got the 10 of Wands. He's carrying a lot. Looks like he's like smoking a pipe there. He's kind of accustomed to having to carry this load. This is a 10. So it's the highest point in the minor arcanas. It's 10 when you break it down to one digit is a 1. So there's a heavy load that you're being asked to let go of. Now remember, we're talking about the love, we have the love candle associated with this, sacral chakra. Let's see how that plays into this. We have Bohemian from the Oracle deck. This is actually someone's relative that's sent in this picture to the creator, Carrie Paris. She's got her own style going on. Not really caring what others think. Creating, it kind of almost reminds me of this Knight of Cups too. Their own funky style. And with religion card on top of it, that there's like a way of being that you may have been taught to be that way, and it may affect your relationships and your love life of what the rules are of the relationship, or being expected to have children. See that with all the fertility of all these bunnies. And so really questioning if this mentality is working for you. And what Bohemian, she wants to pave her own path. She doesn't want to follow other people's rules. Awakening. Tulsi. And Tulsi, another term for it is holy basil. Really revitalizing, refreshing. It's from India, and they practically worship it there. And so there's this awakening, and it's actually card number 20. So that would actually relate to the Judgment card. Such a different version of it. But there's this shift of like, Judgment is laying the past to rest, right? Maybe the way our family, way our ancestors have done things. And there's a change now. There's a change, and it's card number 20. So it's when you break it down to one digit, it's a 2. And that's in relationship. So you're having an awakening, a refreshing awakening. I love holy basil. And it's worshipped, and you're topped with this religion card. This old way of being. And here's this refreshing new way. So really questioning what your belief system is. I really think it's around relationships, around what people think, what you've learned as a child, that was the way that relationships were supposed to be. We have the Chariot here, card number 7. So your spiritual path, moving forward, trusting your intuition. This is my life path card. I love this card. Getting on the road, really. Chariot rules, planes, trains, and automobiles. And so thinking ahead about getting out there, moving forward, but doing it your way. Civil servant. Feels like civil servant and the religion card kind of have the same kind of vibe to me of like being in service, but which is in such contrast to the bohemian lifestyle, the Knight of Cups, the way he looks like he's living his life. Here's the Mother of Fire, Queen of Fire, Time. I love this one, especially since I named my business Tarot and Time. See that? She's mixing up her own potion. She's got a recipe book of potions and brews. She's busy making remedies. I'm seeing it as remedies that work for her, or love potions. Really being really detailed about what it is that you want, and not just doing things the way that everyone else did it, because it's not going to work for you. It's just not. And you might have to learn that lesson once or twice. But I think now you're ready to really get grounded into who you are and stop hiding it. Just get out there and live your life the way you want to live it. And it's like refreshing for others to see people do that. Here's the 10 of Cups. And that's funny because this has like a baby, parents with a baby in it. And I was saying before, like I felt like you might be pressured about having children. And that's up to you if you want to allow that pressure, but please don't have children out of pressure. It's a 10, so there's a shift. It's the end. It's a happy family card, but it's only going to be happy if you choose it, not if you're pressured into it. Here's the Sun. So this is a card not only of fun, associated with Leo, being seen. It's a card of exposure. And it's really time to expose who you are, how you want things. It's okay how you want things. As long as you're not hurting anybody, it's okay how you want things. I just don't want you to just be doing things because you feel pressured. Here's the High Priestess. She's in tune. She's a divine feminine. She needs to be held in high regard, not pressured. It's card number 2. Again, it's funny. There's so many implications to 2 in relationship. Making sure that you are being, especially if you're a female in this, that you're in a relationship where you're respected, because the norm here in our society, my opinion, is that women, I mean, it wasn't that long ago that we were considered property, right? It's not that long ago. And so really the High Priestess is there to say, don't forget who you truly are. Don't forget your value. And if you don't see your value, the other person's not going to see it. So make sure that you're really taking a good look at it. And that not even like just like doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for women globally. And you're doing that for your children. If you have, especially, well, I guess it doesn't matter if it's daughters or sons, but you don't want to teach them to have this imbalance in how women are treated. You don't want to keep that going in future generations. So you have a responsibility here, not just to yourself, for women in general, and for men in general too, that to learn a different way. Here's a Weaver of Boons. I believe that is the Knight of Pentacles, but I like that it's a woman here. She's barefoot. She's in her garden. She's really happy. And so really, what makes you genuinely happy? That you have this beautiful, beautiful life. How you want to grow it. Here's the Death card, which is a cool, this is the last card I picked for this pile. Is this the only major arcana? No, we had the High Priestess and the Sun. Oh no, we had a few major arcanas. But the Death card is saying, you're ready for this transformation. It's time. It needs to happen. So please don't go by the old rules. Really start feeling safe and secure to be yourself. That you're not just feeling like, I see, the civil servant and the religion, they're both like, they're wearing the outfits of that part. Don't just put on the uniform. Be your true self. Yes, you will be exposed, but that's the only way you're going to find joy, is to really be truthful about what you want. There's a love potion going on here, so I definitely think that you can get what you want as long as you know what you want. Be very specific. And I'm not talking about looks, I'm talking about feelings. Be really specific. If you're not in a relationship and you're looking for one, be really specific about how you want to feel in that relationship. And the number one feeling that I'm getting is respect. But either which way, male or female, just to have the respect for each other. So it can be an equal playing field. And don't jump into the children thing. Please let yourself off the hook on the pressure of that. There's this refreshing energy coming in for you. Revitalizing, refreshing. And new relationships, or if you're in a relationship, a new way of being in that relationship. If you want children, it's very much available to you right now. And if you don't, that's okay too. There's joy available, there's a transformation available, and you're going into this 5 years, so make the changes that you want to make in your best interest. Let's see, I feel like I want to pull a couple more cards. I'm going to take this. Let's see what else we got coming up. Queen of Swords. I like to think of her as the Queen of Boundaries. Here's the Three of Cups. Kind of like, looks very generational there. being handed down. So think about what you're handing down. Love, respect, mutual respect. And Three of Cups is a celebration card. So have fun, make good boundaries, don't take any garbage. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. You've got this. I encourage you to read about Tulsi, holy basil, and see if you can incorporate that into your diet. And it's really revitalizing. There's a lot of tea blends that have it. We carry a tincture from Twin Star Herbals of it, and yeah, I see really wonderful things happening. A lot of love available, and definitely self-love. That's where it starts. Okay, all right, that's pile number 1. All right, we're moving over here to pile number 2. We have the Healing Heart Chakra candle. We have all these in stock too. They're really nice. I'm so picky about candles. I'm really sensitive to scents, so I try to pick ones that I can find that are like the purest ones I can find. Look how pretty that is, sparkling away. Okay, so let's talk about pile number 2, healing. It's called Healing Heart Chakra, but it kind of sounds like healing the heart. Let's see what's coming up here. Okay, 6 of Earth, Pine. I love this picture. This is from, what is the name of, the Herb Crafters Tarot. And look at that bonfire. I don't know about you, but I've been having tons of bonfires in 2020 because what the heck else was there to do? And it looks like there's like a place set here. There's beautiful napkins, like there's gonna be a meal out by the fire. 6 of Earth, Pine. Just feels so comforting, grounded, clear. And if to me, fire is such a great way to heal. Being outside, having some kind of ceremony, burning some things that you no longer need, symbolically burning things. Great time to get rid of like any old love letters, or maybe just writing something down, things you want to let go of, and burning that in the fire. The full moon was on, I believe, the 30th of December, so we can still feel the effects of it going into the beginning of 2021. So you can still kind of have that full moon celebration. I love burning stuff. Safely, of course. All right, this is a cool card called the Well. And this is a bonus card in this Ethereal Visions deck. I love this deck, so inlaid in gold. I had pulled this out of my deck for a while because I'm not always a fan of like bonus tarot cards, and it has returned into my deck because it's grown on me. She's got a pendulum in her hand, so she's looking for water, and she's pulling it up and out of the well. It's rising up. Very powerful. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the 5 of Wands. So it's almost, there's a lot, 5 being change, Wands being fire element. There's a lot of people kind of working together. Sometimes they can look like they're fighting, and sometimes they can look like they're trying to work together. And you're just not gonna win them all. What a funny card. It's called the Organ Grinder. Now I'm assuming this was a job position, but it's a very strange card. I would not want to mess with him. So I just see like trying to like keep making everyone happy. You're just kind of hurting yourself. That's what I'm getting. You're very emotionally in tune, and you can get really caught up in other people's stuff, but you got to start concentrating on yourself because you don't want to hurt yourself worrying about everyone else. Here's the Empress. This is the Hush Tarot. She's very grounded. She's almost become, she's wearing the suit of this bird. she is associated with Venus, self-value, very grounded, very much kind of making me feel a connection with this card. Just raw nature, being your wild self and not trying to just please everyone else. The Fool, love when he shows up. The whole premise of tarot is about the Fool. He goes out, he meets all of his teachers. Those are the major arcanas. The life lessons that if we don't learn them the first time, they keep showing up till we get them straight and we can move on to the next lesson. And so there's the Fool, and he is ready. He's here to help you with healing your heart and just being yourself, getting out there and living your life and trusting that the way you're going to do it is okay. You're not going to please everyone. And I'm kind of like, the Well is just making me feel like you're really picking up other people's emotions, and I don't know, I'm just getting that there's just this like people pleasing going on. And what you really want to focus on is pleasing yourself. It's the Blessing card. Blessing. Vanity. It's almost like, I think that you have the impression that loving yourself is vain, because it's coming in next to the Empress, and the Empress really has a lot to do with self-love, self-value. And she's ruled by Venus, beautiful things, but the most important thing is her own love for herself. And that there's some kind of belief that you learned maybe in childhood, that looking in the mirror, looking at yourself is wrong, and it's not. It's so not. Here's the Five of Challenges, Five of Swords. It's time to uproot that way of thinking. Now's the time. This is a good year for it. You're going to uproot your belief system. Challenges is swords. It's air element. And that's enough. That's not what you want to, you don't want to ground your beliefs in that you're not allowed to love yourself, or that you have to give away your power in some way. You're allowed to be your silly self, and that's okay. But you're hurting yourself trying to please everyone else. And really, I'm getting the message of like, you're really getting out there, getting grounded, and like really using the fire element to burn away that belief system. So I really think a ceremony for you of burning something symbolic that means something to you, or someone who taught you that you were being vain by loving yourself. And no, you need, that's definitely where your healing work is going to come in. Here's the Knight of Wands. He is so ready to move on from this. Wants to get out and have fun. He's the bad boy of the deck. Here's the Hermit. And the Hermit's always out there searching for truth, but he's searching for his by just sitting and meditating. So that could do you some good. I'm feeling like even if you do that in the bathtub, because there's this water element is really coming up strong for me. Even if you sit in a bathtub and just like maybe keep your eyes half gazed on a candle. Meditation doesn't have to be like awful. It can actually be enjoyable. So just do a small little amounts of it, and that you're really looking to see where these belief systems started. I think they started when you were a kid. I think that your mother taught you this, and she meant goodness to you, but that belief system does not work for you. It's just hurting you. So as you can release that, I think you're going to start feeling better. And you need to be in nature, outside. If you can be barefoot on a nicer day outside, I'd like to see you near the fire element more. I'd like to see you bathing more, and just calmly, just grounding yourself, whatever way that can be. Maybe a salt bath and really just shining some light on the fact that, yeah, I was taught some things that are untrue. One of them was that I'm not supposed to love myself. One of them is that I'm some kind of burden to others, and I'm ready to move on from that, and I'm going to pull that thought system up by its roots. Here's the 4 of challenges. 4 being that pause. Challenges is air element, swords, it's traditionally called. And there's this tree, it's like a tree of life, out there when everything else is frozen. There's fruits available. And I think that that's available when you go in. You're going to start really cleaning up from the inside. Here's the Ace of Earth. This is nettle. And the thing about nettle that's cool is, like, here in Connecticut, it grows all over the place. And, like, I didn't even really think about it for a while, how much nettle, like, grows in my field. And nettle is so healing. It's so cleansing. It's really great if you have allergies, which I've suffered from for years. I've been really upping my nettle tea intake. It's the Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles, something of value that's right there in your own backyard. So I could see, I would please read about nettle tea. See if that works for you. Check with your healthcare practitioner if that's something good for you. It's a pretty common plant around here. It can be harvested wearing gloves. It grows in the spring. I think it also it has another batch in the fall. Once you cook it down, then you don't have to worry about the stingers anymore, but take them seriously. Wear gloves when you're harvesting them. I'm just getting that there's what you need for healing is right here available to you. You don't have to look far. And it's about getting grounded. It's a solo journey of going inward, of loving yourself. And it's simple. Like, we think, oh, healing, it's going to be so complicated. I don't think it's that complicated. I think you have to lighten up, have a little more fun, stop wasting your energy arguing with people or worrying about so many people, and really questioning this belief system that you inherited. Because that's what I think it is. You inherited it. And you can let it go. There's the King of Cups. He's a great therapist. So that might be a helpful tool for you. Here's ritual. And so I really do think that a ritual for you that would be really good is the one about the fire and burning something. And if you don't have access to be able to have like an outdoor fire or something, you could just do something as simple as just writing down the things that you want to let go of, writing down about how you were taught about not loving yourself as vanity, and you can burn that over your toilet safely, and then you can flush it and let it be taken away from you. But there's some kind of ritual that you to do. Know that your healing is not something that has to take forever. Everything is available to you. You can do this, and you can have fun with it. It doesn't have to be a burden. You can do this, and let's see what else. I'm going to pull a couple more cards. Anything else? Yeah, go to therapy. Why not? Especially if you have insurance that'll pay for it, go. Find a good one. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. I'm going to be creating something beautiful. Let's see, I'm going to pick from here. I don't know. Oh, this card's just sitting here all by itself. It's the Fool again. It's the White Heart. Look how pure white he is. Beautiful. Ready to go out there on this new journey. So you got the Fool twice. You can do this and you can have fun with it, and you have a new story, a new beginning. And the 9 of Pentacles. Buy yourself a beautiful piece of jewelry in honor of loving yourself. Buy yourself something beautiful, symbolically. It's part of your ritual. It's your homework. Okay, you got this. I'm really excited for you. Okay, so we're moving on to our final pile number 3. So we've got Success, the root chakra candle. Not sure what that smells like. And we've got our beautiful crystal here. Let's see what we have. Pile number 3, January 2021. at last. The Hermit. Looks like he's like a baby owl almost. It's wisdom that takes time, over time, finding your way, your spiritual path, your truth of who you are. That's our first card. Let's see what else we have here. I'm using a couple different decks. Got the Ethereal Visions here. And we've got the Queen of Wands. I love her. Queen of Fire. Creative. Traveler. She's ready. She wants to go. She's looking good too. 2021. Looking good. Ready. Knowing that you don't have all the wisdom in the world and you don't need it. You can get out there and learn as you go. Here's the Six of Visions or Six of Cups. The downtime of 2020 has been good for you. Relaxation. I think you've learned a lot about relaxation and how you need that to be able to move forward. And so you've got this card of relaxing next to this card of traveling and going and creating. And so you need both. And with time, you're going to learn exactly what you need to be successful, because you can't just go all the time. There's got to be a nice balance. Here's the Two of Swords, Two of Air. She's got her eyes covered. She's really got to kind of get out of her head and go more internally. A little self-protected. Let's see what else we got here. We got the Three of Cups. Like these birds are, it's like they're around this bird bath in the cup, kind of caring for each other, like almost grooming each other, caring. It's a team. And I think it's going to take your team, like as much as you need to be in charge, but there's a team of helpers for you on your success. It could be family, it's your root chakra, so it could be the family around you, that they sometimes might feel nitpicky, but they're here to help you. Here's the Queen of Pentacles, second queen we've got going on here. And so Pentacles, nothing happens quickly with Pentacles. Pentacles is long-term success over time. And we're talking about success, and here she is. So it's definitely coming, and to relax into knowing that it's coming. Ancestry. Your ancestors there helping you move forward. And here's the Ace of Spells, Ace of Fire. Really getting out there, putting it out there, being this dragon, just breathing fire, something new. Finally, I feel like it's not really something new, but it's like the way you're expressing it, the way you're showing up is new. You are just ready to get out. And I'm just seeing like family support, but maybe not just living family, like your ancestors are there with you too. And if you go internally, close your eyes, go in, you can feel them, and they're rooting for you. Here's the Wheel of Fortune, card number 10. It's like a life preserver there. So this is a card it's related to Sagittarius. It's ruled by Jupiter, which is known for luck and blessings. So there's plenty of luck and blessings available to you, but through surrendering. And so we learned a lot about surrender in 2020. And so you've got this down, you can move forward with it. It's a 10, but it's actually a 1 when you break it down to one number. So you really have like a ace, you basically have almost two aces of fire. This is fire element and this is fire. So there's something there. It's like, okay, I've got you. You're learning surrender and you're going to start moving ahead, but you have to continue what you learned in 2020 about surrendering and use that to move forward as your life starts picking up, still knowing that there's going to be times where you just have to surrender. You only have so much control. Here's the Four of Air, Lavender. Lavender's so calming, beautiful. It's harvested there for you. The work's done for you. It's been harvested for you. Lavender might be a great thing for you to work with for your calming times, because I'm seeing a lot of like getting out there and then needing to balance it with really nurturing times. Lavender would be a great, I'd love to diffuse lavender in a lavender essential oil in a diffuser, really calming. Might be something to consider at the end of your day. Here's Forest Lord. He's the Emperor, and he's really associated with the workplace. So I'm really happy that he showed up when we're talking about success. But look at him. He's not your average looking guy at the office. He's a Forest Lord. He's got a wild boar next to him. He's not afraid. Takes full charge. He's associated with Aries, with the planet Mars, which is how you get things done, planet of action. And he has this raw, natural nature to him. And so you really have to be your true self. Let's not fool around with trying to copy what other people are doing and the way that other people are showing up. He's showing up as his true self. He's barefoot. Now, I'm not saying go to work without a shirt on, but you need to be real about what you need. And it really seems to me that you need a lot of nature time. So maybe you found a way to work remotely that you might be able to continue in 2021. You need to be outside. And the scent of flowers would be very helpful for you. And just downtime. There's going to be plenty of action. There's the Page of Pentacles, kind of pondering your value, what you value, because what you value may have changed since last year. Here's the Eight of Swords. I'm seeing that more as you're going to be working online. They're nice. You can take some chances here because you have wings. Doesn't matter. It's the nice. You're able to take more chances that you weren't able to take before. You're more clear about who you are and what your path is. You know that you can do, like, the opportunity to work online is such an amazing thing that a lot of us discovered this year. Here's a Two of Visions or Two of Cups. There's a relationship form here. I'll go back to that one. The Wise Woman, interesting. This is the High Priestess. She's card number 20, or I'm sorry, she's card number 2. And so this is kind of like a minor arcana, minor secrets, more like man's world version of this major arcana, like the major secrets. And so there is this emotional, because it's water, a real watery element. There's this emotional relationship available for you. I'm seeing it like almost with your higher power, that you've really connected, that you're learning how to speak more intuitively, connect more intuitively, and be more in touch with your feelings. And I think that's really going to bring about what you want. You also can make the magic for what you want. So you really got to start thinking about what it is that you want. And when you start feeling it, envisioning it, and really feeling it, you can make it happen. So Three of Cups. It's usually a card of celebration, but it looks like they're all just staring at you, waiting for you to make a move. It's the Nine of Visions. You can make a wish. You can really, your wishes are available. You just need to make them, envision them, make a vision board, really start taking a little small meditation periods where you just really think about how you want to feel, what it is that you want. Even if you don't know all the details, just concentrate on the feelings that you want to feel. It's really available to you. Don't take every offer that's handed to you. Give it some time and think it over, especially now because Neptune's really active. So things are cloudy. So what you think you're getting might not actually be what you're getting. And so, we all know there's a witch that lives in that house, right? So be careful. Offers may come in that look good. Offers to be in relationships. I'm not just talking love relationship. I'm actually talking more business relationships here. Just give it some time to get a little clarity. So you can pause before you start celebrating and make sure that it's true. Here's the Tower, and it's mushrooms in this deck. I love that. Mushrooms are breaking down that log, transforming it back into dirt. So there's a transformation that's happening that's really helpful. There's something beautiful coming out of it. Those mushrooms, some of them are edible. There's a transformation, and that's great. You're going into this year of change. You want transformation. You don't want the stagnant energy of last year to be moving forward. Just don't jump at everything, because some things are going to be destructive and some things are going to be really helpful. So pause before you jump right in. Just because you may be feeling a little bound right now, and you just don't jump at the first offer. Servitude. I feel like if you do jump at the first offer, you're just going to be in another position that you don't want to be in. And here's Oracle. So you're watching this video, so obviously you believe in this kind of things. Yeah, take the time, do the research. You know, she's like reading her cards about it. Make sure that you really have given it thought and that you've sat with it, and not just like thought, but like feeling. Because I really think your answers are going to be in the feelings. So you're on your path, you have the wisdom, you're in the early stages, you'll learn as you go. You know that you need to rest and relax as much as you need to work hard. You do not want to just follow in the footsteps of how everybody else did it. You're on a new path. You're going to show up the way in your dragon fiery like way. It's time for that. It's time to show up and be your raw, honest self. I think it's going to bring you success, because people like authentically different, honest, true people. The importance to rest and surrender is extremely important for you, so find modalities that work for you. Try lavender, see if you like it in an essential oil, in a tea, in a bath. Try something. Just give it a try. Lavender's pretty mild and easygoing. Or maybe you just want to grow some. Wheel of Fortune, things are gonna start moving forward for you. I can see you traveling. I can see you getting out there, but your answers are not going to be found in your mind. They're going to be found in your feelings. Your mind will just keep you looping. Be careful of things that look good but are just going to keep you bound again. Be careful about offers that are coming in and jumping on them too soon, so that you're in another position that you don't want to be in. You may feel like you're on thin ice, but you have wings. There's a transformation happening, and it may feel uncomfortable, but it's going to bring good results. Keep on checking in about your own self-value, how you care for yourself. Be careful about jumping into relationships, because I feel like the first offer that's going to come in is going to be one that's just going to keep you bound. I'm going to pull something about another offer coming in. Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, he's actually making pentacles here, creating them. Pentacles can be anything of value, including money. So the Queen of Swords is here. Did we have her before? No, but we had two other queens. She's a writer, she's a communicator. She's the queen of communication. She's also the queen of boundaries. So just take the pause to really look and make sure that what's coming in is the right thing for you. Really thinking ahead. Don't just jump because you want, the Page of Wands, he's young, he wants to get out there. Don't just take the first opportunity that's going to come. There's something better coming. It might take a little longer, and it may take you on the road. But you are going to be making very good money. It just doesn't happen overnight. It's going to happen over time. You're building the foundation. Here's your foundation. There's a plan for you. And you're going to do very well. So let the old break down. Let the new come in. You've got this. You're going to have great success over long term. Let me see, by the end of the year, yeah, you're going to be very victorious. But I do think there's going to be a lot of offers, so you're going to have to choose wisely, and you may need to consult with others to make that decision, but trust your feelings, not the logic of it. And there is great success for you. I wouldn't doubt that you'll be moving. Okay? Thank you for joining me. I'll see you soon.